there is never going to be any Biafra. The word Biafra has caused too much pain to Ndigbo. There is going to be an Igbo nation in the next 100 years, but it will not be called Biafra. The people of that time and future will decide what to call it.
Why did you use that word, homegrown terrorist?
Truth is actually bitter. If something is happening in our home and it is our people that are partaking in it, that is what it is. Any Igbo person that is going to come out today and say some of our people have not partaken in what has brought pain and destruction to our Igbo, that person is a liar. We Igbo people had some of the juiciest ministerial appointments in the years of Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, Yaradua, but we never used it. For example, we had 3 ministers of aviation, but guess what? We don't have any even mini international airport in the southeast. Even them themselves, if they want to travel, they have to go to Abuja or Lagos. We are just individually successful, but collectively as a region, we have not made any progress in the last 8 years. Do you know there's a particular set of JSS2 that have graduated SS3 now? They have never gone to school on Mondays. Because of the negative stereotype it brings up when I go somewhere and say I am promoting economic Biafra, I have to change it to make Igbo great again. We are Ndigbo, we are not Biafrans. Biafra as a word used for the Igbo nation will not survive. It will never happen. But I believe that there is going to be an Igbo nation. The way Nigeria is going, it will disintegrate by itself in the next 50 years. I sat down with Nnamdi Kanu in London. I was among the first people that were even advising him on the best way to go. But I personally left his side when he became so, I don't want to use the word arrogant, but that was what it was. When he became too focused on destruction and self-vilification, it became more of a personal aggrandizement for than a movement to restore the economic glory of Igbo. So I felt that Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to get a presidential pardon before now, even during Buhari. And this goes to also show you how very powerless and disunited the Igbo political class are. You can see that Governor Soludo has said, Peter Mbah has said, everybody, we have been speaking to President about Nnamdi Kanu, let's look for a political solution. But you have seen that nobody listened to them because they are a bunch of failures.
What steps can we take as a people to stop the violent agitation of Biafra in Igbo land? Future one.
I want to first thank you for this question. This is a very thoughtful question because it's very important that we change our strategy at this point. Like I said, it is only a fool that will do one thing repeatedly and still get the same result and continue doing it. What we need to do first now is to have a regional reconciliation meeting as Ndigbo, whether online, physical, or any route. Change our strategy. The strategy should be, first, invest every of our person that wants to invest. Invest all your resources in our region. Create jobs for our people. I will use this real life story to end this. Majority of these young people you see abusing people for Biafra on Facebook and the rest, the majority of them are jobless. In fact, 90% of them are jobless. I'll give you an example. There's a popular IPOB voice on Twitter. I don't want to mention his name for his own safety. In 2024, I reached out to him. I said, I like the way you write. I see the passion behind what you write. Can you tell me more about yourself? He told me his name, that he lives in Anambra. He used to teach, but he lost the job after COVID, that he has just been struggling. I said, okay, what do you want to do? He said he has a small land where he wants to build a pig farm that he would like if he can have small spot. I said, how much do you need? He said he needs 3 million naira. I said, okay, send me picture of the land and everything you have done. Next day, I wired him 2 million naira. I said, start constructing the pig farm. When you finish this 2 million naira and I see what you have done, I will send you another 1 million. 2 weeks later, he was updating me. 2 weeks later, he finished building this thing, bought 2 pig, male and female, and then he sent to me. I sent him, during that period that he was busy building that pig farm, he's posting on Twitter, reduce. All his, we must kill them, we must destroy them, all those reduce during that period. When I sent him that 1 million naira, again, he bought more pigs. He bought 5 more pigs or thereabout, and he sent me all the video of his pig farm that he has begun running. Guess what? All those violent things he used to post on Twitter, 100% reduced. I can't even remember seeing him again on Twitter for some time now. He has just been updating me of his farm. Since that last year till now, about 5 pigs he started with. It's currently about 20-something pigs right now. His farm has become very, very big now. And he sends me video every day telling me how he has made connection to start supplying the meat and the rest. What does this story tell you? This story tells you that majority of our people are not gainfully employed. Forget the fact that they are saying, oh, Igbo people are successful. We are just individually rich. Go to your village now in Igbo. How many people are really successful? If you want to really check it against some progressive regions in the world, just a handful of us are financially successful. successful. The rest of us will have to depend on those people that are financially successful.
Yes.
The other people are just struggling. So once we fix the Igbo economic life, where we bring back our businesses and create more jobs for our people, we are going to see that the strategy of this agitation will reduce. Did you notice that in rich neighborhoods, the security is always very high? There is always peace in rich neighborhood. Why? Because rich people don't go around destroying things. They don't want to go destroy. It's people who don't have anything that wants to destroy. So I believe that Ndigbo, we need to wake up and fix our economic life. That is why in the last 11 years, I have pushed for something I used to call economic Biafra. I am saying, let's forget about all this agitation and the rest of it. Let's do one thing first. Elect the right people that will speak our voice. Our governors and the rest of them, they go to Tinubu, they have his ears. All Southeast governors, exception of Anambra, are now in APC. But guess what? Exception of Anambra and Abia, they are now in APC. But can you tell me one thing that those governors in APC have brought back to Ndigbo? They don't know how to bargain. They don't know how to negotiate. We start first by electing the right people that will speak our voice. Secondly, investing our money in our region so that people can have jobs. Then thirdly, growing our economy. Once we do that, the new call for secession is going to be meaningful because it's going to be led by the best of us, not the worst of us. Thank you.
Child of God, God bless you. The word of the Lord says that the earth is of the Lord and fullness thereof. What are you waiting to fulfill the scripture? Why not come to Pine Leaf Estate and Properties and grab your own portion of the earth? Faith without work is dead. Take the action now because land banking is a must.
Nnamdi Kanu has just been convicted of the 7 counts. Everybody is reacting. Can you react to that?
It's a very sad day for me as a person. Most people don't know, and that's why I laugh at some of these IPOB e-raps on social media. I sat down with Nnamdi Kanu in London and I personally advised him and said, one of the things I want you to do is to upturn the political structure in Igbo. What do I mean by that? I said, now that you have the ears of the people, now that you can say this market, if you're coming today, the market is going to be shut down. I said, pick the best of us and start putting in political positions. House of Reps, House of Assembly, local government chairman. Put people that will be people-oriented and let them start doing the real work of rebuilding the Southeast. So that with those people, you can now move a motion for referendum at the Senate and the rest. I said, what we should focus on is building the economic power of Igbo. I was among the first people that were even advising him on the best way to go. But I personally left his side when he became so, I don't want to use the word arrogant, but that was what it was. When he became too focused on destruction and self-vilification, when people started bowing down to him, it became more of a personal aggrandizement sport than a movement to restore the economic glory of Igbo. I am still very, very sad that he has been sentenced. And my reason is not far-fetched. I am an Igbo man. Nnamdi Kanu is my brother. No matter what he has done, terrorists in the north and in other places of Nigeria have done even more. Nnamdi Kanu has not directly killed anyone, but we have people that are terrorists in the northeast and other places in Nigeria that they bring them to the table and say, let's find political solution to the madness ongoing, which has not really worked. So I felt that Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to get a presidential pardon before now, even during Buhari. And this goes to also show you how very powerless and disunited the Igbo political class are. You can see that Governor Soludo has said, Peter Mba has said, everybody, we have been speaking to President about Nnamdi Kanu, let's look for a political solution. But you have seen that nobody listened to them because they are a bunch of failures.
There is a current reawakening of young people towards the Biafra agenda. There is now another view. I see the likes of Zetobe Osigwe, Chioma, I see Mazi Ejiofor, Charles Obu. I see a lot of people now. What do you have to say about this? A lot of people are now talking and say, this is not who we are. You people don't speak for us. This is my own opinion. We don't want this.
So first of all, the reason why things became so bad in the Southeast was because good people kept quiet. People who had the right opinion. We allowed miscreants. We allowed some of the worst set of us to be the people that were speaking for us. That was why things got this bad. Igbo people are known to be Republican in nature. We are not the people that cower to anybody. I am very, very happy with what is going now. My friend Chioma, Zetobe, and the rest of them. I'm very happy that everybody is bringing out their voice because people were beginning to think this had become a representation of who Ndigbo are. But that's not a representation of us. We are smart people. We are people that will not cut our leg to spite strangers that are attacking us. And I'm very happy that I'm alive to witness this. It's long overdue.
How do you explain what has happened to the Southeast for the last 5 years? How do you explain it to your children? Can you even put it in words?
What has happened in the Southeast in the last 5 years is Ndigbo not being strategic. As in Igbo, that has almost become our undoing. Like I have said before, we are individually rich but collectively poor. And this has to do with even how we think as a people. If not, in the last 8 years, we will not allow the worst of us to build a public opinion of us, where everybody now, if you talk about anything Ndigbo and Southeast, they not think about people that are angry, people that are wishing bad on Nigeria, very, very hostile region. Our Igbo elite failed us. The Igbo political class of 1999 to date, they failed us. For example, we Igbo people had some of the juiciest ministerial appointments in the years of Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, Yaradua, but we never used it. For example, we had 3 ministers of aviation, but guess what? We don't have any even mini international airport in the Southeast. Even them themselves, if they want to travel, they have to go to Abuja or Lagos. In the old Nigeria, the old Eastern region, then had everything Lagos had, everything Kanu had. Each region was treated like that. Are we going to talk about marginalization during Obasanjo era? During Obasanjo era, 2 in every 5 government appointees as ministers were Igbo people. Can you say Obasanjo was maltreating Igbo people? No. What about Goodluck Jonathan? Can we say the same thing for Goodluck Jonathan? We had the juiciest positions during Goodluck Jonathan. Our political elites have failed us. That is what has happened in the last 8 years, not even 5.
Good news. From anywhere you are in the world, you can now be our guest on Gbam. As long as you have an internet connection and a mobile device, you can now be interviewed from our studio anywhere in the world. Contact the numbers on your screen to book a session with us.
The people also, because there was no sense of direction, the people started moving helter-skelter and we self-destruct. And that is why our region today, we are just individually successful. But collectively as a region, we have not made any progress in the last 8 years. So as a people, we have gone backward 10 years. It's going to take a whole lot. I give you an example. Do you know there is a particular set of JSS2 that have graduated SS3 now? They have never gone to school on Mondays. Imagine from JSS2 to SS3 until you graduate. You never went to school on Monday. On Monday, you have to sit at home. We have actually not really made any progress in the last 8 years. And this is as a result of all the good people either shying away. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to be used as the scapegoat. When myself and the IPOB people were going back and forth, a lot of people came to me. You shouldn't have said this. We know it's the truth, but you shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said that. That has been the problem. Everybody has been trying to shy away from the truth. But we must tell ourselves the truth, like I said, because we are self-destructive. The pathway to Igbo greatness is holding our leaders accountable in the Southeast, electing the right leaders, investing all our money in our region, building our economy. Once we can become economically powerful like the Catalonians of Spain, guess what? Even this secession that everybody is asking for is going to become very, very easy. Did you notice after the election, Tinubu visited some rich people first? I will leave it there. Do with that information whatever you want with it.
Biafra as a country, do you think is a feasible project? Do you think is even achievable?
There is never going to be any Biafra. Even if Nigeria disintegrates, which Nigeria is going to disintegrate within the next 50 years. I might not be alive to witness that, but Nigeria will definitely disintegrate. But the word Biafra has caused too much pain to Ndigbo. There is going to be an Igbo nation in the next 100 years, but it will not be called Biafra. The people of that time and future will decide what to call it. People don't even understand that the word Biafra is not even an Igbo word. An external person that's not even an Igbo person gave the new nation then that name. And that word has also been bastardized. I started the economic Biafra movement, but at the time, because of how blacklisted that word has become, because of the negative stereotype it brings up when I go somewhere and say I am promoting economic Biafra, I have to change it to make Ali Igbo great again. We are Ndigbo, we are not Biafrans. Biafra as a word used for the Igbo nation will not survive. It will never happen. But I believe that there is going to be an Igbo nation. The way Nigeria is going, it will disintegrate by itself in the next 50 years. But the Igbo side of Nigeria will not become Biafra.
A lot of people say that you had a good message, but it was ruined by the word homegrown terrorists. Why did you use that word, homegrown terrorists?
Truth is actually bitter. If something is happening in our home and it is our people that are partaking in it, that is what it is. Homegrown terrorist means that I didn't say IPOB and the rest of them. If I wanted to say IPOB was a homegrown terrorist organization, I would say IPOB the home terrorist organization. But I said some homegrown terrorists, which means that some of our people, any Igbo person that is going to come out today and say some of our people have not partaken in what has brought pain and destruction to our Igbo, that person is a liar. But that is what happens in a situation like what we have found ourselves in Nigeria. In the process of trying to show our pain, some people are going to do things the wrong way. That is why you see that even here in the United States, if there is ever a protest and everything, people start entering grocery shops that are in their street and start destroying and looting. Those people live in that place. They know that after that protest, if they want to eat the next day, they will have to go far away to go get groceries. But they will destroy it. These things are normal, and we must address it as it is. Yes, it might have come off the wrong way, but that is the truth.
One of the things that they held against you, and then one of the things that they floated was you being a scammer. TATCON was all over the place. Yes. Can you clear the air once and for all about this TATCON that you introduced?
First of all, Gaius Chibueze is an entrepreneur. I have never scammed anybody. In everything they were saying, all they were saying is TATCON, and nobody can come out and say, Gaius Chibueze, I sent him money into his account, tell me send me money, and he didn't do whatever I paid him for. The thing that they are going to be talking about is TATCON. And let me tell you, I launched TATCON in 2009, like every other cryptocurrency out there. If you know cryptocurrency, you know Bitcoin, you know Solana, every cryptocurrency goes up and down. So when I launched that coin, it was going up. People were making money. I was the daddy of everybody. Igbo people were posting me. This is the first African cryptocurrency. We are very proud of our brother. Just like every other cryptocurrency, I'll give you an example. Bitcoin was $126,000 last week. Bitcoin is 90,000. In fact, it even went to 86,000 yesterday. Does that mean that we are going to go say Bitcoin is a scam because it was 126 and now 86,000? It doesn't mean so. It is crypto. People need to understand the industry that they are getting into. That was exactly what happened to TATCOin. TATCOin price was up and now TATCOin price is down. And why is the price down? The price is down as a result of in cryptocurrency, when the demand is high, the price is high. When the demand is low, the price is low. So TATCOin price is just down. Anybody that bought TATCOin, just like shares, they have it in their wallet. But the only thing there is that the price as at then was 3 cents and the price now is 1 cent. So it doesn't mean that Gaius Chibueze went to everybody that bought TATCOin and took away their TATCOin from their wallet. No, I didn't take TATCOin from their wallet. It is there, but the price is down, which is normal in cryptocurrency. I personally, I bought my first Bitcoin in 2011 and I have bought over 1,000 other cryptocurrency. And guess what? About 50% or 60% of all those crypto I bought, some of them are down to zero. I will not go on Instagram and go start calling the people who founded those companies scammers. I'll just take it as one of those risks of investment. Nobody is going to come out and say, I sent money to Gaius Chibueze and he blocked me. And I don't do all those things. So what they did with me was a business. And in that particular industry, price volatility is common.
Part of the business.
I told you Bitcoin was $126,000 last 2 weeks. Bitcoin is currently, it fell to 80 something yesterday. Today, Bitcoin is 91,000. Does that mean somebody who bought it last week going to go now and go say Satoshi Nakamoto scammed him because the price is down? No. So I don't take them serious.
I want to make healthy living a culture in our society. The time to make exercise, get sweat. That sweat is very important. Ibana garden, give bela kukwani very natural food. Or if your body need it, just new abuna day to chukusike.
They also targeted your beautiful wife. I saw comment of people because of the way you flaunt your beautiful wife. They were asking you, where is the woman that you suffered with? And you came to say that nobody suffered with you. Can you clear that? What happened?
Personally, I don't even like discussing my romantic life outside. I was first married by the time I left Nigeria to my first wife, Oluchi, from Anambra State. I went to Anambra State, did the traditional marriage. She was one of the biggest in Iseke in Ihiala. I was an SA in the National Assembly then. I was senior special advisor to the current Minister of Trade and Investment. I got married, and when we got to the UK, things didn't really go well as planned. We separated in 2021. 2024, I found love again as I should. I'm just 37. I mean, I can't, because I was married before and it didn't work, I killed myself. I'm seeing someone new now. So some people just look for where to hold hand. I mean, my romantic life should not be part of why everything I have done in the Igbo world will mean nothing automatically because myself and my first wife, we separated. My second second wife is also Igbo too, from Abia State. I don't think it's a serious matter. I had to clear the air because in that situation, people will always look for where to. So they were saying, hey, what about the one that suffered? I said, actually, nobody suffered with me. I'll give you an example of the trajectory of my life. When I was 13 years old, I had just moved from Enugu to Abuja. I was selling black market fuel from 13 years old until I was 18. And you know, as a young man of that age, I was making money for my age. I bought the shop that my fuel container was in front. I bought the shop and I started doing movie renting business. As at 18, I had already saved 5 million naira. From there, I left that business for my friend and went to school in University of Calabar. While I was in Calabar, I was the most popular student on campus. I used to distribute for a company in Anambra State, a company that produces a soap called Democare Medicated Soap. Wow. I was their major distributor in the whole of Cross River State and Akwa Ibom. I was the first student that put a real LED television, this new generation LED television. I was the first student that had it in my house. I was doing very, very well for myself. When I finished school, I closed down that business. I came to Abuja with over 8 million naira. I rented my house in Abuja before I got to Abuja. When I got to Abuja, I was selling phones at Wuse Market. From Wuse Market, I worked my way to work in the National Assembly Abuja for 4 years as an SA on New Media. When Bitcoin blew up in 2016, 2017, I left Nigeria to abroad. Nobody can come out and say they really suffered with me. The only person that can say they suffered with me is maybe my late mother, and maybe when I was small. I just had to debunk that because no matter how fancy the lies are, you have to always tell the truth. So nobody has really suffered with me. Even a current woman in my life, maybe she wake up tomorrow and say she suffered with me. What are you suffering right now? We know what suffering with you means.
Are you looking for a reputable real estate company to invest with? Do you want to buy land with instant allocation? Are you tired of going to court over land disputes? Come to Pine Leaf Estates and Properties Limited. Land banking is a must.